Sweet. Am I gonna be on one of your episodes? That's awesome.
Yeah, you are, Jared. You're the man. Today is Monday, January 16th. I'm in Los Angeles and all the new Moonshine boards are releasing today. As I'm sure you guys can imagine, living out of a van and having all my stuff in here means that sometimes I don't get the best food. And so I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on what I eat, what's in my van, what's like my go-to stuff. So, let's see, we got granola. Granola is #1, lots of energy, lots of shit, it never goes bad. We got veggie straws. You guys have seen them, you guys have heard of them. These things are the bomb. You can eat a million, they never go away. I got Mountain Trail Mix. I love M&Ms and this just gives me an excuse to eat a bunch of them. Chicken in a biscuit, bam. I got Trident Gum, rocking the V8s. What else we got in here? Risk Energy, always fucking with the Risk Energy. These things, I need these things on long drives. These things are badass. Other than that, we got the gallon of water. Yes, that's about it. That's like my kind of go-to car snack munchies. Leave me a comment below. Maybe I'm missing something, you know? Maybe you guys have some crazy cool road food that I just don't know about, or maybe I should know about. Yeah, dude, how you doing?
Good, bro.
Good, bro. Got you on camera, dude. I got
Sweet.
you behind the scenes, Royce.
Sweet, man.
Here's my buddy
All right.
Royce. We met last year at a Guitar Center commercial.
That's right. We met at a Guitar Center commercial, and we've just been friends ever since. So
That's what I'm talking about. Now what are we gonna do?
now he's gonna teach me how to skateboard.
What's the secret to looking so damn good, dude?
Let's see. Makeup, straighten your hair, and look like a model. That's how you do
Look
it.
like a model. What does that mean, dog? We just
Looking like a model's an attitude. Royce is cornier than Fritos. I'm fresher than Febreze, and I'm not afraid to sort of step out of my comfort zone when it comes to trying different forms of fashion, and I'm not stuck in one place all the time. I'm always trying new things. My experience with skateboarding is like going down my driveway like a 12-year-old.
one of the most important things to do when you're first starting is nailing foot position, because if you don't get on the board right from the beginning, you know, it's gonna be hard to like really control it well. You want to have both your feet kind of centered in the board. So if you're here, you want like the middle of your foot to be in the middle of the board. A lot of people oftentimes get this tendency to put the left foot over there and the right foot kind of over here, but you don't have even control over the board. Generally speaking, you want to be slightly more in the front of the board. So this is actually a really good starting position. I would maybe bring the front foot forward just a little bit more, but how you have it angled is pretty good. The same with the back foot. The front foot's usually a little bit more turned forward, the back foot's a little more flat, kind of like a snowboard. So the hardest part starting out is getting off and on the board. Most people can stand on the board and it's not terrible, but it's the whole act of getting off and on. A lot of people, they try and keep their foot super close to the board when they're pushing, but your foot actually hit the back wheel a little bit. So we'll start off, I try to keep shoulder width and push, and then you kind of usually have to readjust. Whoop, there you go. Whoop. Yeah, oh, okay. No, not too bad, not too bad. So just one push and put your, there you go. Okay, so with your foot position now, there you go. So you're readjusting your feet. I recommend keeping your body's kind of at 45, like your body's almost at a 45 and your head's forward. So you're kind of right here. You want to be looking where you're going is the main thing.
So to kind of keep your eyesight like
focused. So
dude, this is rad.
How you feeling, Royce?
I feel so good, bro.
Your foot position's good, but it could be a little better. Your back right foot, can you see it's kind of off to the right side of the board?
So do I want to bring it in?
Yeah, bring it in just a little bit. And then your front foot is off to the left a little bit.
So like that?
No, it is off to the left. So there you go. And you can bring it just a little bit more forward maybe. Yeah, there you go, man.
Sweet.
See, you got it. Yeah, right. All right, man. That's what I'm talking about, dog. You're kind of on your back foot a little too much. Your front leg's a little too straight. Yeah, you want to be more, think about the weight being 60% on your front foot and 40% on your back foot. you have any questions?
No, oh shit.
No, we got a car.
No, yeah. So far I'm good. I'm gonna give this a try.
Yeah, see, that's not bad. Yay, see? That's not bad.
The only thing is I have to like make sure.
Yeah, you kind of gotta keep your foot out a little
Yeah.
bit, because or else you're gonna hit the wheel.
Well, I feel like I'm like sort of like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you make it fluid?
Okay, so Royce is asking about how to make his pushes more fluid, and really it's about trying to get your foot on the ground further ahead of you. So most people have a tendency to kind of push, they're kind of here, they take their foot off and they're kind of dragging.
Yeah.
They're behind it just a little bit. So if you can think about getting your foot in front and then pull, that's kind of where you want to be. Put your foot right there. It's not bad. Start from maybe just your feet parallel.
Okay.
Or like right next to each other.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, right there. So you want to, I would say push from there or more forward.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, the longer the steps you can take, the better. Think about it maybe being right kind of next to you. Yeah, there you go, man. Focus on going from your push stance, getting on the board, kind of getting on like this, and that's not terrible. That's kind of the natural thing to do. Yeah. But then you want to bring your back foot in and put your front foot back over like that. So
I think the tricky part for me is going to be to like reposition when I have to pull again.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a mental.
Yeah, you almost pivot around the ball of your foot. So you'd pivot kind of right here and forward a little bit. You don't have to think about scooting it too much. Okay. So you'd pivot from there and then try and go straight really quick. Oh, yeah, a little bit more like that. And then same thing. Yep, you can pull, and then I'd put the foot back on. Yep, and then even this one out again in the front. Yeah, there you go. So you've got control over all four wheels. Okay. One thing Royce is having a little trouble with is being stable when he's pushing. Just take things slow, like work on form, and don't try to get too ahead of yourself. Sweet. So for here, we're taking really slow pushes, and it would help you to actually pull through, follow through, and kind of hold your leg for a sec. Okay. You know, work on your front foot balance. You already look so much better than you did.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But rumor has it you're working on something with Tommy Hilfiger.
I sure am. I'm doing, they're having a fashion show testing out the West Coast market, so I'll be doing some promo modeling for them, and super stoked about it.
Dude, that's good to hear.
And you'll see me in a Maroon 5 commercial.
Yeah.
In a, like, colorful ass suit, so.
Yeah, what's the Maroon 5 commercial?
No, the commercial, it was a music video.
Music video, that's right.
Yeah, it was, I think for the song called Cold. So
Cold, okay.
Adam Levine was pretty sick, bro. Like he was super cool.
That's good to hear, man. I like Adam Levine. You know, Maroon 5 is actually one of my favorite bands.
Oh yeah?
So it's cool to hear. I'll see my boy Royce in there. Yeah.
Get a little like 2-second cameo.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
That's how you know your fucking balance is good, when you can like stop somebody else.
Yeah. Royce has a question about foot braking, and his question is, how do you make it so your foot doesn't just stomp on the ground? And really, I think the best way to start preventing that is to work on your balance on your front foot. Because if you can balance just really stable on your front foot, then it's not as much like falling off balance and tapping your foot. You know, you can kind of balance on the one foot and slowly just tap it, tap it, tap it.
Gotcha.
So let's work on that. And Royce, bro, you're doing a good job, dog.
Thanks, bro.
So get your foot a little more straight in the front, and just kind of work on maybe just kind of balancing for a sec.
And are you balancing on like your heel?
Kind of on the ball of my foot.
Ball of the foot?
Yeah. Yeah. I would recommend kind of putting your heel into it on the foot brake. Okay. Instead of doing the toe's gonna want to catch.
Yeah.
No, you got it, dude. You're close. You're close. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Whoa. So Royce is having a little bit of a problem with getting it down, and I think most people do, and getting it flat and scraping but not planting. Yeah. If you look at my foot, so my shoes have a little bit of wear. Whoop. A little bit of wear kind of on the ball, kind of on the ball right here and on the heel. Yeah. If you think about it, you're not really digging in any part in particular. You're kind of just slowing down and easing in your whole shoe onto the ground.
Okay. And then the grinding will start to happen naturally.
Exactly, exactly. But like I said, it's all about being strong on your front foot and being able to kind of balance. Okay. Because if you don't have to worry about tipping over at all, you're not going to get that stomping.
So you kind of like ground your toes and your heels and everything onto that foot.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. How long would it take for someone to build the practice and the skill to like go down a San Francisco hill, say?
I would say someone can pick it up in, honestly, a couple weeks.
Okay.
It's gonna be sketchy.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is just being able to know how to stop. I'd recommend never going faster than you know how to safely stop at, because even like here on this small street, we notice there's cars pulling out and stuff.
Yeah.
Just imagine if you were like already like sketched out and whoa, and you're wobbling, and then a car comes out and you have nowhere to go. You're just gonna run into it.
Yeah, or you're gonna fall down.
Exactly. So yeah, I would say anywhere from a couple weeks if you're really trying, up until 6 months.
Well, I think the only concern I have is like learning how to focus the front foot to balance and put all the weight distribution there, and then getting my back foot to not hesitate sort of, and then when I'm stopping, it's like I want it to just be natural. So I guess figuring out how to be more natural would be the only question. Okay. You know?
Yeah.
So like not halting like my heel, so like have the tendency to want to keep going forward, and instead learning to sort of like feel the ground and then let it kind of slide.
Exactly. And that works for, and that's important for both being able to push and stopping. Yeah. Because pushing, you're going from a 1 foot balance basically into a push, and then stopping, you're going from a 1 foot balance into kind of this pressing motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, cool. You having a good time so far?
I did. I'm having a sick time.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
So Royce was asking, when I skate big gnarly hills, is it fun or am I just like scared shitless the whole time? I think that's your question, right?
Yeah.
Starting off skating big hills, you're kind of in survival mode the whole time, and it's really sketchy, and I've had a lot of close calls, honestly. But once you get to a certain point and you know how to slide both directions and you know how to foot brake, as long as you're not an idiot and you scout the hill ahead of time to know there's not huge rocks in the road or anything crazy like that, I feel confident in being able to stop almost in any situation.
And is it physically exhausting to do that? Like,
yeah, I would say so. There's a lot of pressure like on your quads, on your thighs, because you're always like kind of pushing the board, especially with these sliding motions. Yeah. Because you're really like fighting against the board. How is this compared to what you thought it was gonna be like?
So this for me is actually, there's more movement than I thought. So I thought when we were starting, it was gonna be like a very stiff board, and I would have to sort of learn how to create that movement, but the board just sort of moves with your body, and once you learn to sort of intuitively balance yourself, then it's a lot of fun. Yeah. And it's almost meditative in a way, because your focus is very narrow, and you're not so worried about fucking up even when you do.
I know, especially at this speed. Like, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen to you?
Crash into a car?
Yeah, at 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. If you're Brandon though, you'll hop over the car. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I think that's a big lesson that I'm learning right now. Actually, is the less I think about it, the more it happens. Yeah. And that's a good like principle to have in life anyway, is to not be so mental about stuff, not take shit too seriously, and then things just sort of happen easily. Yeah. Because I could have came into it with the attitude of like, oh, I haven't done this since I was 12. It's gonna be so hard. Now I'm out of balance and blah 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 blah. You know, but the fact that, you know, I just came into it with like a sort of easy, nonchalant attitude. It's like when I fuck up like this, big deal. Big deal, right? Did you think you were gonna be this comfortable this quick? Nope. The thing that people don't realize is, really, after you have like a little bit of a lesson and you start skating, most people can kind of pick it up within half an hour or an hour. And maybe you're not the safest and you can't go the fastest. Yeah. But at least, I mean, I think you'd feel pretty comfortable just cruising up and down your street, no problem. I do. Like, what makes you a good teacher is you're pretty intuitive. So you're not giving me overly specific directions. You're sort of showing me, like, kind of telling me how it's gonna feel. Yeah. And then I can adjust based on that. So. Exactly. It's different for everybody. Yeah. What advice would you give to somebody that wants to try longboarding? I would say go into it without any expectations, and don't pressure yourself to know everything at once. Just sort of listen to the person that's guiding you, feel into what they're saying rather than being so logical about it. Be like, okay, put the back foot here, make sure your front foot's like this. Like, don't be so mental about it. Just sort of let it happen. Keep the advice in the back of your mind, and then by the end of it, like after like 30 minutes or an hour, you'll sort of be, you'll be more fluid, you know?
So now Royce is gonna give me a lesson on something.
All right.
And so what's the lesson today, Royce? What are we doing, dog?
Lesson for.
I don't know. I've never done makeup before.
Okay.
Got all these red dots. Let's see. How do dudes do makeup well? Because people might not notice this, but Royce.
I am wearing makeup.
He's
not gonna lie.
He's a cheater.
You know, you see my hair? That's straightened hair. Can you believe that shit? So, the 2 tricks are to make it as unnoticeable as possible, and make sure it's a reflection of who you are in a way. Because I'm straight, like I don't attach my sexuality to like the activity of it, you know?
Yeah, no, for real, dude. And that's one thing I think a lot of people got to get over is that there's all these things that are categorized into these groups, whether it's like, hey, that's a gay thing, or that's a straight thing, or that's a girl thing, or that's a boy thing. Fuck it.
Yeah, seriously, fuck it. I mean, how are you ever gonna be comfortable with yourself when you're constantly having to like watch your words with people and be like, because like sometimes I'll hang out with my homies and stuff, and like I used to be really hesitant about telling people that, and it used to be a big thing to sort of not like keep that under the radar. I'll save that for later. You know, now it's just like first thing when I meet somebody, oh yeah, if we end up talking about it, they'll love me more.
You're not gonna hide it.
Yeah.
You know, what's the use in hiding something about yourself that you do, no matter how, for lack of better words, weird or different, like some people think of it. You know, I mean, I'm sure everybody, and I'm sure all you guys have something you do that you're not 100% comfortable telling everybody, and I think that's useless. You know, you're spending your own brain power worrying about what other people think, and honestly, I think if you just own something, like what Royce does, and Royce does it well, if you just own like what you do, nobody's gonna give you shit for it. So.
And a good way to put it too is shit's just not that deep. Like it really isn't. Like people make stuff like they attach so much meaning to activities and words and phrases and stuff like that that they sort of lose the essence of the activity, which is I'm just making myself look better, or I'm just finding another way to express myself.
That's right. You heard Royce. He's the man. So now he's gonna show me how to do my makeup.
Let's do it. Boom. This on my YouTube channel. All right, so this is called Mary Kay Oil Mattifier. Now the purpose of this is to basically matte your skin out, get rid of any excess oil. For most people, it'll last like 6 to 8 hours. If you have really oily skin, like for me, I would normally have to apply it every like 2 to 3 hours. You can get this for like 15 bucks on Amazon. This guy is like 12 bucks at like CVS or Rite Aid. It's called a concealer. So it's basically a stick of makeup with the purpose and intent of getting rid of any like red spots or acne scars and stuff like that. This one lightens your skin slightly and mattes it out, and this one just kind of like seals the deal and just makes it very seamless, and you won't even notice that you're wearing makeup. Let's start with your nose, because when you start with your nose, you can sort of like work around the edges a little bit, and when you blend, it won't be so like, oh, I started with the patch here, now it looks like I have,
I see, it's even.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Apply some on your finger like that.
Okay.
That should be good.
It's like just a dot.
Yeah, spread it very quickly around your nose. For you, it would take about this much. Now, the key here is to blend it in as quickly as possible. So put it on your nose like right now. Mm-hmm. Blend in all around very fast.
Why fast?
The reason is because when the mattifier dries out, you're gonna have an issue with the application of the makeup, because then it'll look really chalky.
Do you think I'm pretty yet, dog?
You're getting there, man. You look good though. Yeah. Huh. So you did a pretty good job of blending.
Can you press really hard? Or okay.
Definitely blend in.
So you want to apply the concealer when the mattifier is still
moist.
Okay.
I like to sort of work around the sides. You really don't need any right here because the skin tone's pretty even.
Yeah.
Take another dab, about the same amount that you would. It's kind of it's kind of like longboarding, but like not.
It's kind of like longboarding, but in a bathroom.
In a bathroom, Okay, so you did a pretty good job.
You can tell me it looks shitty, man.
No, it doesn't look shitty.
I'm fucking with you, dude.
Now let's like apply the other side. First time I did it, pretty sure I looked like a drag queen. No disrespect to the drag queens out there. Just the important thing here is like if you guys have pimples and stuff, like you don't want to over apply. You just kind of like, you have to kind of accept what it is right now and then take care of your skin in other ways and stuff like that. It's more or less, how you feel about your body, not being stressed, eating well, all that good stuff.
That's a good point.
I know for me as a guy, like I was so embarrassed when I went to like Sephora for the first time, being like, okay, I'm in the makeup section. This is a little weird.
What if I go skating and I got makeup on, dog? I mean, I'm not I'm not gonna put on makeup before I go skate. You know, obviously not. That's a dumb idea. But what happens if I go skating? I mean, I'd probably just wash it off, right?
Yeah. So like, if you have makeup on, let's say beforehand, like if you're sweating and stuff, you're not gonna have like makeup running down your face kind of thing unless you're like in 120-degree weather. Because the mattifier is the purpose of it is to like basically, you know, stop the oil.
Today is a good lesson to try new things without expectations. Like Royce came into skating not knowing what it was going to be about, maybe a little hesitant. He even said something about skating like a chick.
Yeah.
But hey, by the time he was doing it for a little bit, he was like totally chill.
Totally.
No.
Totally. Well, I mean, Brandon now looks fresher than Fabrice because he wasn't, you know, he wasn't closed off to the idea of trying something that was sort of out of his comfort zone, and I think that was the case for both of us. We really took a concept or an idea that we normally wouldn't be comfortable with and just had an open mind about it and went into it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Look at.
So if you guys ever have any questions about skating, learning how to skate, or doing makeup, I'll make sure Royce gets in contact with you. Just leave a comment below, and as always, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
For sure.
For sure, dude. Royce, you're the man, dog.
You too, bro.
Alright, how do I look, man?
Fresh, bro.
Fresher than Febreze, like Royce would say.
Hey.